Royal Arena TV, die nächste, endlich mal charmante Begleitung hier bei mir. Normalerweise hocken da immer Typen, das Mal haben wir eine sehr charmante junge Dame, Lady Leshurr.
Yo, I'm in the building. Hi.
Hi,
Hi.
pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
I heard the trip, or at least the trip for parts of your crew, were a bit hectic.
Very hectic, in fact. Very.
But you made it, and
That's
I
what
just saw that you did a quite energetic show.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, usually it's very well organised and structured, but we had a few mad things happening with the DJ. DJ didn't show up. I had to actually use someone from here, which is good actually, because at least I was a part of the city at that time, so it was good.
You felt the crowd?
The crowd was amazing. Like whenever I go anywhere in Europe, they was just amazing. The vibe and the energy is different to the UK. So I appreciate it more, and I know they appreciate me as more. So I give them my all, 100% all the time.
So, tell me about you. Like, who are you? Like,
Who am I?
I think it's your first time in Switzerland, I guess, right?
No, I think I've been here a good 4 or 5 times before.
In Switzerland?
Yeah, but before this Queen's speech stuff.
Ah, okay.
See, I've been around.
That we're lazy, so you just got on our radar with the Queen's speech thing, and I really pushed to have you here.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Well, you know, Queen's speech, Royal Arena, it was meant to be. I'm the Queen.
Yeah,
meant to be there, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Well, yeah, it's a great experience to be here.
So, you got into writing poetry as a young girl. Like, how was the process from being a young girl with love for poetry to standing in front of 8,000 people?
You've just reminded me that how many people were out there. I actually forgot it was 8,000 people. I don't know. I think because I started very young, so it was easier for me to experiment and know exactly what I wanted to do as far as flow and delivery and structure. So all of that really helped doing at a very young age, and poetry was just something that I used to turn to just to express my emotions at that time. I didn't really think at the time to put my poetry on tracks. It was only when, I don't know, I actually don't know when it dawned on me to do it, but I must have heard a track and thought, you know what, why don't I put my poems on a rap song? And I just never looked back from there. So I don't really do poetry anymore, which is a shame because I actually loved it. But yeah, it's made me who I am today. Like, I started from poetry.
But today it's rhythm and poetry, I'd say.
Yeah.
And your sense of rhythm is pretty incredible. When we listen to stuff like Queen's Speech 4 and like technique, skills, rhythm, wordplay, it's crazy.
Thank you. That's because I grew up on Eminem. Like, he's the wordsmith, and he banters a lot. Like, he says a lot of funny bars, and that is what I grew up listening to, him saying funny bars and just not caring. So I just thought to recreate that and bring the British sound and try and break barriers and try something different and bring something new to the table. So.
Yeah. When you mentioned the British sound, like what did you grow up on in England specifically?
English rappers. So it was like Ghetto, who's Gets now, Kano, Shiesty, she's a female rapper, Miss Dynamite. It's only a few British rappers and MCs I used to listen to, because I was so, like, whenever I used to listen to music, I'd stand one artist at a time. I wouldn't listen to various artists. I don't know why, but that's just how my brain was. So when I was listening to Eminem, I would only listen to Eminem. When he quit doing music, I didn't know what to do with myself. I quit doing music because I felt like I have no one to look up to. That's how my mentality was at that time. Silly me, but it was. And then I discovered Lil Wayne, so I was more like an American kind. I used to listen to a lot of American music, to the point where I was actually rapping in an American accent, but that was all because I was young and I didn't really understand that you could do it in an English accent. But times have changed now, and people are using their accent and getting somewhere, and before it's like everyone's looking towards the American and what they're doing. So yeah.
Like, people always tend to put music in categories, like to really put it in a drawer. What is your music? Is it is it grime? Is it hip hop? Is it?
I
Do
don't
you
actually.
think in categories?
At a stage, I was thinking, yep, I'm grime. I'm a grime artist, but I don't think I'm a grime artist anymore. In fact, I don't think I'm a hip hop artist. I just know I'm an entertainer. I'm a musician because I entertain people and I do music. I don't ever want to put myself in a box and say this is all I do, because if that's all I do, then my life's going to be boring. I can't just do one genre of music because I'm so inspired by so many genres of music. In fact, I listen to more pop than I do listen to grime and rap, because pop is the music that has the melody and it's simple, and like the structure and the strategy of how pop works is completely different to grime. And that's why Queen Speech 4 did so well, because it's a lot of melody and no one really does that in grime, you know what I mean? So you got to kind of take inspiration from different genres. So I'd just say I am a musician. That's it.
Which is great, and I think you're not only a musician, you're also a role model.
Thank you. And that's something I never meant to be or do. Like, I just grew up like anyone else that loved music. I just used to rap in my bedroom, just spit bars in my bedroom on my little karaoke machine, and that was me. I'll go to bed, you know what I mean? So I'm the same as everyone else that's trying to come up. I started exactly where they started, in the bedroom. A lot of people still in the bedroom doing what they're doing, and you know, the confidence levels to get out of the bedroom, you have to be very brave to have people critique your work and just judge you on what you look like and stuff. That's very hard to do. So I rate everybody, I salute every single person that does what I do, man. It's mad.
Performing looks real natural to you.
Yeah.
Like you jump around on stage. And are you aware that people are out there? Do you feel their energy, or is
You
it?
know, sometimes it depends how much of a zone I'm in. But sometimes I have so much fun that I forget people are out there. I'm just having fun. But for me, like, performing is one of the most important things of doing music. You have to make sure that you can perform your music, you know what I mean? Because if you've got an amazing song and you go out there and you're just standing there like this, people are just, I don't know, the people are just not going to feel the song as much as they did before seeing you live. You've got to give them what they paid for. Everyone in this festival paid their money to get, is it free to get in here, or did people pay money?
Yeah, they
Exactly.
did.
So
They
people
did.
pay money to get into this festival. So as an artist and an entertainer, you need to entertain your audience and give them what they should have, what they paid for, basically. So I always keep that in mind. I always think about the supporters. I'm never going to go on stage, whether there's two people out there, I'm never going to just stand there. I'm always going to give them what they deserve, you know. But I always like vibes off the crowd. If the crowd's hype, I'm hype. So when they're jumping, I'm going to jump because they're giving me that energy. That's how I work.
And I think that's actually what we saw and felt today. It was a great pleasure having you here.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time. Royal Arena TV mit Lady Leshurr. Es hat grossen Spaß gemacht. Bleibt dran.